Good morning, boys and girls. So the other day I was on YouTube and I found some videos that showed how to become a mermaid. Now I was very skeptical of these spells, but I found one in particular that worked amazingly. And in fact it worked so well that I couldn't transform back. I didn't read the fine print and I thought, hey, I'll just be a mermaid for a couple hours, that's cool, show off to my friends and stuff. But then after trying to walk up and down stairs and not being able to drive my car, I realized this is not something that I want to permanently do. I didn't read the fine print. My own fault. So what I had to do was come up with a way to transform back to normal. The first thing I did was I got myself a book, The Pocket Guide to Transformation Spells. It's actually by the same publishers as the Secret Agent's Guide to Secret Codes. I found this book and there was a really good spell in here and it transformed me back with no problem. So what I wanted to do was, since this book it's not available everywhere, what I wanted to do was put a video together that showed how to do this transformation spell, and hopefully if you ever find yourself in this predicament, you'll be able to take care of yourself the easy way. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need, well, the first thing you don't need is salt. We got to get rid of all the salt that's anywhere in your house or apartment. Big things of salt. We got garlic salt, sea salt, especially horrible. Even if it's in a shaker, that's bad. And even if your friends brought you some fancy salt from France, we don't want any of that. So we can. The best place to put this is in the toaster. In the toaster oven if you have one. If you don't have one, you can use a shoebox. I have one up here. It works just as well as the toaster. I'm gonna need this later. So let's put this stuff away. The problem is spells that transform you into a mermaid they require a lot of salt. So I don't want any salt to interfere with the transformation back. Okay, so let's keep that over there. We don't want any salt getting into this mixture here. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is make cleansing cubes. Okay, for this cleansing cube mixture, we need water. It can be filtered water, it can be tap water, that's fine too, as long as it's not sea salt. Sea salt water from the ocean, from the lake, you don't want that. Okay, and you also need some juice. From a state or a country where there are a lot of mermaids. I chose this Hawaiian passion orange guava nectar. I was in Hawaii recently and let me tell you, lots of mermaids in Hawaii. So this is gonna work out. You don't need too much of it. So this is more than enough. You need an empty ice cube tray. And you need a set of chopsticks. I have quite a few here. You want to pick your favorite color though. So I'm gonna go with this set of green chopsticks. And we'll just put these over here for now. Okay. Now the salt's put away, we can deal with the water. Obviously we're making ice cubes. So once you stop making noise, the water goes into the ice cube tray. Nothing difficult about this. This is real beginner's work. You don't need your parents' help at all. Okay. And this will make enough for a few batches. If your friends tried the spell too and they need to change back. Okay. This is a little more difficult. So once you shake up your juice, what you have to do is put a couple drops of your juice into the water, but you need to do it with chopsticks. That's just how it works. If you don't know how to use chopsticks, you're in trouble. So it's pretty simple when you're working with liquids. Just grab some, drop it in. Do the same thing for each one. Like I said, you don't need that much juice. You can even drink it afterwards, that's fine. This is pretty delicious juice. Okay, just a couple more. And there we go. Good juice. And good for you, probably. Okay, of course this is a spell. So there will be a magic word. The magic word that you want to say after you're finished pouring all the juice into the water is Dumbo. Ready? Dumbo. Okay, easy enough. And after that, we are going to put the ice cubes, or the cleansing cubes, I should say, into the freezer to freeze. All right, now that's going to take a while, so there's a little more prep work we can do. The next thing we're going to prepare is our wish potion. This one's a little more advanced, so you're going to need a steady hand and some instruments. Okay, here's what we need. Let's get rid of this juice. We don't need this anymore. Not bad. Okay, you are going to need a fortune cookie. I brought a few, just in case something goes wrong, but this one looks like it's going to work out pretty good. You need some taffy. Preferably not saltwater taffy. If you live in New Jersey or New England, you're going to find a lot of saltwater taffy. It's not the worst thing. In fact, this taffy has a little bit of salt in it. But the less salt that's in the taffy, the better, the easier this is going to be. Okay, so we have taffy, fortune cookie. What else? The last pair of shoes that you wore before you were transformed into a mermaid. We don't need the whole shoe. We really just need the lace. So I took the lace out of the other one ahead of time, and we'll get rid of this. You will need a pair of tweezers, and you will need some markers. And well, you really just need one marker, but you will need to use the same color marker as the pair of chopsticks you used. So I used green, my favorite color, and I'm going to use some a green marker. The reason why it's good to have a lot of different chopsticks and markers, again, just in case you have some friends that also have the same problem and you guys got crazy one night and all gave yourself mermaid tails, pardon me. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, oh, I forgot a plate. I need a plate. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is with the taffy, hopefully you've washed your hands by now. Because your hands probably got dirty playing with taking your shoelaces out of your dirty shoes. Okay, so we're gonna take this taffy and we're gonna roll it into a string. It's this taffy is not too hard to work with. I've left it out in room temperature for a while, so it's easier to mold. Let's see, of course, your hands are gonna get really sticky, so you might wanna not touch anything else until you wash your hands again, because we all love to wash our hands. Okay, so when it's about, I don't know, what is this? 7 inches of taffy string, you're gonna wanna take the taffy and form a fish shape. Okay? Fish shape. And put it on the plate. Okay? Taffy, fish shape, put it on the plate. Sticky fingers. Okay, next one. We're gonna take the fortune cookie. Do not eat the fortune cookie. Do not open the fortune cookie. What you need to do is you need to remove the fortune from inside the cookie without breaking it. This is not easy. That's why I've got the tweezers and several other fortune cookies just in case I mess up. So let's carefully do this. My fingers are a little too big for these tweezers. Let's hope this comes out without a fight. Ooh. Oh boy, this is... Oh, here we go. I think we got it. Here it comes. Okay. Good. Not bad. Again, don't eat the cookie. Just put it to the side. You don't need it for now. And you can read the fortune, that's okay. We'll read it. Let's finish this up now. Someone is waiting for you on that. Interesting. Okay. The fortune doesn't matter because we have a different wish that we're trying to make today, and that's for our feet back. You take your marker and write that wish right on the fortune. I want legs. I want legs. That's what you want when you've turned into a mermaid and you can't walk upstairs anymore. Okay, take the fortune and place it in the center of the fish. And we have another magic word. This time it's going to be double Dumbo. Ready? Double Dumbo. Okay, that worked. Hope you didn't eat the cookie yet. You need the cookie. Take your shoelace, tie it around the fortune cookie, and secure that with a little knot. Maybe you might want to double knot it just so it doesn't fall, because you need this cookie. You need this cookie in one piece. Can't break, or you have to start over. Once the cookie breaks, you've broken the spell. Alright, I think we are fairly secure with a single knot. Okay, looks good. And we'll save this for later. We don't need it right this minute. But we do need to put this wish mixture into the refrigerator, separate from the cleansing cubes. You can't have them in the same spot. So keep the cleansing cubes in the freezer, the wish mixture in the refrigerator. Okay. And this is going to take a while for the cleansing cubes to finally form. So I'll come back when we're ready for that. Okay. Okay, kids, we're back. And we are just about ready to start the third step in this process, the third and final step in this process, which is creating the anti-transportation potion. So we've got the wish mixture all set from the refrigerator, and let me check on the cleansing cubes, and they're looking pretty solid. That's all set to go. Alright, now we can proceed with the third and final step, the anti-transportation potion. Let me just take a look here, make sure I've got everything. Okay, so for this step, we need a strainer. We need a medium or small saucepan. And of course, kids, always keep pot handles turned in. We need a can opener. And what's the can opener for, you might be asking? Well, I will show you. Here's two very important ingredients. We need a can of tuna. And we need some quail eggs. Now, why do we need these things? You probably are asking yourself. Well, to make an anti-transportation potion, what you need is some modes of transportation that you don't want to turn into. We don't want to be a bird when we're finished with this project, and we don't want to be a fish anymore, or a mermaid in this case, when we're finished with this project. We want our legs back. That's the most important thing. And so that leads me to our next step, which is choosing a glass. You want a glass that's got, once again, something with feet or legs on it. So this glass, which has an osprey spreading its wings, not gonna work. We don't want to transform into a bird. Even this one's pushing it. This is a cat with nearly human legs, but we don't want to risk it. We've got the perfect one, the perfect mug right here. This is my wife's friend Julie, who, as you can see here, has legs. And that's what, when you're turned into a mermaid, that's all you want is your legs back. So we're gonna use this one. This is gonna be the perfect glass. And now, finally, I'm gonna turn the heat on the stove. Now, this is just an optional item. You don't necessarily need to use the heat. And the reason for that is we're gonna be melting some ice cubes, and that will happen naturally. We're just gonna use the heat source to speed up the process a little bit here today. Now, while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'll do a couple more pieces of preparation. Do you remember the fortune cookie that we had earlier? That's still on the string. Hopefully you have not eaten it. We're gonna just tie that up here just to make things a little easier. Whoops, I hope I didn't crack that sucker. Okay, I'm gonna tie that up here, and you'll find out what that's for a little later. Shouldn't be too much longer. Okay. Let's also open up the tuna. How's that working out? Ooh, that's getting nice and warm. Nice and warm, nice and quick. Okay, here's the tuna. You don't need very much tuna. All we need is 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of tuna. And I'm going for the nice wettest spot here. That's gonna work the best. The more liquid in this case, the better. Let's drop that on here. Ooh, we're hearing some sizzling already. I think I might have turned it up a little too much. We don't need that much. And next, the quail eggs. And that's what we have the can opener for. Quail egg time. Here we go. Be very careful opening up the quail eggs. Oh boy. We need 4 quail eggs. Here we go. There's 1. There's 2. Here's 3, and here's 4. Now, we're not actually cooking the eggs. In this case, they're getting a little warmer than normally, but they don't need to actually cook. And the tuna as well. As long as it's all in there and it's touching, that's all that matters. You don't have to mix anything. You don't have to crack the eggs. You don't have to stir around the tuna. Not important. Okay, we don't need the quail eggs anymore. I might save that tuna for a sandwich later though. Okay, so while this is going, we are going to add our final ingredient to the anti-transportation potion. And that is 4 cleansing cubes. Let's pick the best one. The best 4, I should say. Here's 1. Looking good. 2. 3, and here's number 4, and they're already starting to melt, looking good. I'm going to put these back in the freezer just in case one of my friends wants to use it later, make their own potion. Okay, wow, this is melting pretty quick, so that's a good sign, very good sign. Let me bring this a little closer so you can see what's going on here. Wow, look at that. We've almost got all 4 ice cubes are nearly melted. I almost forgot to say the magic words for this one. And the magic words are going to be double Dumbo. Here we go. Double Dumbo. Very good. And I think that just about took care of all of the ice cubes. I'm going to turn the heat off and get this ready for the next step. And the next step is straining the juice from the potion into the cup. I might need my hands for this one, so I'm gonna put this back here. Okay. Let's strain this. This might be a little difficult. Since it's warm, you gotta be careful. I wish I had another way of doing this. This is probably gonna make a mess. Let's see what happens. Alright, that was a little messy. That's okay, not important. As long as we got some of the liquid in here. Now what we don't need anymore are the quail eggs or the tuna. Not important. We can discard that. Okay, so we've got some of the potion left in here. It's enough to work with. Got a little mess, but that's okay. What we want to do next, now this is going to be quick. This is where the magic happens. So we're gonna pay close attention to what happens next. We're gonna take the fortune cookie and dip it into the potion and leave it there. Looking good. It's in there. Mix it around if you want. The more liquid you get on there, the faster this works. Now what we're looking for, this is the amazing part. Our wish mixture that we have right here, where we have the I want legs wish written down, as this potion works with the fortune cookie, it will cause this fish to transform into a foot. And that's how you know we're finished. Okay, so let's see. Things are looking good here. And let's mix that sucker around. Oh wow, it's already starting to transform a little bit. Okay, let's take a good look at what we're doing here. It's looking nice. And okay, shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, I think we're just about there. Oh, you see what I forgot? I forgot the penny. The penny is going to be the key. Look, we're actually doing pretty well here. This is almost looking like a foot. Wow. Okay, so we've got the penny. Let's drop that in. And that should provide the catalyst for the final part. How are we looking? Do you see it? Is it fizzing up or anything? It's not looking bad. I tell you what, I'm really glad that I don't have to drink this. That would be the worst part. I have no interest in tasting a quail egg tuna juice fortune cookie mixture. Okay, well, here we go. This is it has transformed into a foot. That means we are just about finished. You can take the fortune and discard that. We're just about there. The only thing that is left in this process is to collect the toes. This is going to be the fun part. This is the only thing you have to eat. You have to eat all 5 toes. And once you eat all 5 toes from the original wish mixture, you'll get your feet back. Now, as you can see, I am not a mermaid, so I'm not sure what's going to happen today if I eat this. I'm hoping it just makes the original spell last longer, because I went through this whole thing the other day. Not bad. Alright kids, well, if you've followed all the steps, you should be getting your legs any second now. If you have any questions, just feel free to email me. Here we go, I'm going to swallow. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Flip,